Oi. Okay.
Boy.
Hi, hi. Hallo. Hallo. Whoa. Hi, hi. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome back. Today we're just gonna hang out, talk for a bit, and I'm gonna show you a birthday present. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you, Betta. 11. Damn. Dedication. If you're wondering why I'm not waving, it's because I had to use the USB for my camera. Hi. Hi, hi. Guys. Yeah. Let me turn the I have to turn a fan on. Oh, it's gonna get hot as fuck. Thank you. I'm gonna block my camera. Show this camera. I don't know how well you could see it. Can't really see it well. I was a little concerned when buying it, honestly. You can't really see what's in there because all the plastic and stuff. So. It's got a really cool box though. Just blocking my face again. Yeah, I learned my lesson last time. I am flipping it this direction. Bunch of Japanese. It's pretty cool. Very cool. We'll get the plastic off so we can appreciate it better. Just some things on the side. Whoosh. Maybe. Oh, they got tape on it too. This is all the way from Japan. We can't have this here. It's a lot of merch I can't have because my Oshi is Japanese. Yeah, it's really weird. You can't really see it at all. Even like in person, it's really hard to see. I can see like her legs. But it's the villain style botan. It's like 3 layers of tape. My legs. Oh no. Ah, I just realized that's there. There's my legs. I don't have legs, I just beat Saber and stand up in VR. Grr. R. This is a knife. Dear God. There's more. The desk mat has botan stripes. I have a bunch of botans on the desk. She reminds me why I started. Look at that, this little botan. FPS lion. A little SSRB. That's the mascot. Just constantly blocking my yeah, I didn't want like a really nice botan desk mat that I was gonna ruin, but I did want something. So I saw this one. It was very simple. I don't have to worry about if I spill something on that, so. Free plastic ASMR? Whoa. Yeah, I still have to figure out the PO box. It costs money, so we'll see. I'm like really careful about reoccurring things because I forgot. Yeah, I didn't want it to sit there. I also have a on the side here. Can't really see it, but that's the desk mat. Vaggie from Husband Hotel. My friend gave it to me when birthday or Christmas or something years ago. I don't remember. We don't talk anymore. You are in the right place. We have desk mat, we have desk, we have mouse coon, have keyboard coon. We have tracking coon and hand tracking coon, who's currently unemployed because camera coon is on with mic coon. You see mic coon. He's shy. And a knife, yes. It's Mike. Whoa. I have a... I don't remember. I'll have to post them yet again. I get asked all the time. It's a Logitech. It's one of the high-end Logitechs. It's like half aluminum. Has weights if you want to remove them in the bottom. Hold on. I have to look up the models. I want to say the keyboard is 815, has the macro keys on the side here. What you can do is you can key them up to things like your screenshot, record last couple minutes, record, stop and start, performance overlay, and then my in-video overlay. Things like that you can do. Things that take like multiple keys to activate, you can just hit. Like I want a screenshot, I can just hit that real fast and it takes a screenshot. I will have to look for no search in the thing, man. Yeah, it's very helpful. I also like having the full number pad. It also has, that's a little roll. It's like a cylinder or a roll thing. You just roll it up and down for volume. Then it has media controls. I personally like having the number pad for certain things. And you know, you can change the colors to do what you want. I have it pink, but it echoes like a light blue after I press a key. I don't know how well that's going to show in stream, but you see how they're blue for just a few seconds and they fade back to pink. So you can kind of do whatever you want with this keyboard on with the software. You can make it all different color sections, whatever you want. Let's see here. I don't remember when I bought this. 2022, maybe. Clock is on. That's not how you spell key. I like how the keys activate like really easily. I don't have to press very hard, and I've had it for years. And it's still good. And it's super easy to clean. Very thin, it's all aluminum. Very easy to clean because you take the key off, that's it. There's no dent or pocket, it's a floating key. So very easy to take care of and use and everything. I like. Yeah, I tried a micro keyboard and around the time I started playing Final Fantasy. And I was like, shit, I could have keyed like a whole hotbar just to the keypad, completely separate from these. I could have had stuff keyed up over here too. God damn it. So I had to figure that out. Let me see. Okay, this is the G815. And this is the G502, yes. The mouse I didn't care too much about. I just wanted it to last and have side buttons I can key up. I like having to forward and back for web pages and other things, and then in games you can key them up for stuff. It has a few too many buttons that you can't even use in most things, but it's solid. The mouse wheel's solid. It has a locking thing, so you can just fling it and it spins and spins, or you can use the locking mode and it ticks. Tick, 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 tick. So either way you want to do it. A skin with black... I don't have a outfit for that. But it's super nice, and you open up the bottom and you can add or remove weights to it. I found it a little too heavy at first, so I took some weights out. But anyway, and if you guys are wondering, the hand tracking, that's it. It's a little IR, 4 camera thing I just plug in. I don't use a webcam. That's why my hand tracking. It's specifically made to track hands. So I happened to get it right before the company went under, so you can't buy them anymore. And then my fish tracking is where that white wire is. In case you guys are wondering. And if you haven't seen my custom Xbox Elite 2, I took the paddles off. I find them useless. But you can have the paddles for extra buttons in, I guess, certain games. I don't know. The cool thing about the customs, they're directly from Xbox, so you're not getting third-party plastic. It's half aluminum. Has grippies, like a real grip that hasn't worn out. I also don't play games like you guys, but it's, you can't really see it on the camera, but it's like it's a pastel pink with like coffee brown, I think. It has my name on it. You can pay a little bit extra and get your name etched on it. Can't really see it there, but yeah, it's all blurry, but they etch your name in. And another nice thing is you can just pop things off, change them out. They're all magnetic, the thumbsticks, everything. When you do the order, you can have all the buttons different colors if you want. You can customize almost every bit of it. So they're really nice. I recommend them if you're, buying the cheap ones that are $60. This one was like, I don't know, a lot of money, 150 something. I didn't realize my legs were there. I thought I got the whole desk. It's the Xbox Elite 2. If you go to Xbox Labs, you can customize your own and order it. It comes with a case too. Let me see if I can find the case. You don't have to get it with a case. It's nice to hold like the extra thumbsticks and stuff. So I just got it. I don't know where it is. I don't know. I don't know where it is. I don't know. It's somewhere in here. I'm not gonna turn the light on. To find it. Nice tie. Thank you for getting one. I really appreciate it. I'm really glad you like it. Ohabuta Irashai. I'm losing tracking constantly because of everything. Yeah, I don't know where the I don't know where it is. Anyway, we're here for this. Oops. Unboxing videos. Haro. Haro Buddha. I love when I get to practice my Japanese in real time. Right. I got really curious. You can't really see it in there, but we're gonna figure it out. We'll figure it out. Figure it out. Yes, this is a limited photon thing, and yes, what? Look at this. Look at this. This is a really cool detail she uses. Leo. It's Leo insignia. And if you find her on Twitter, she uses it on that too. That's what gave me the idea to tie in the Leo constellation into my lore stuff. If you don't know, she is why I'm a lion. She actually... She celebrates her birthday in early September. So I don't think so. But she hasn't disclosed her actual birthday either. So... I think it's just because her debut was in August. I believe August, September-ish. She debuted and then she celebrates her birthday after, instead of doing it all at once. So, she's lying around. There we go. Now we can see her. This is a really cool version. I had to have this. Yeah. I, however, am a Leo for sure. Got this really cool, I forget the word for it. Hai, Shishiro botan desu. That's one of the few kanji I know. I see Botan's name and I'm like, oh, Namae. Yes, because this is her villain version, and what's really cool about our villain version is it looks like a Nier character. So that was very appealing, because I love Nier Automata. Okay, there's a stand on that one. Make sure you got everything off. Look at this. I'll try to hold it in a spot that doesn't cover. That's impossible. There's just too many details. I'll rotate it. There you go. I'll post pictures in the Discord on YouTube. It was very much very near like no Dachi maybe. Let's get the back. I know that I have a mediocre camera, I'm sorry. 1080p 60. It's not super great for stuff like this, but yeah. Butterfly on her hair too, you can't really see very well, but I think she's super pretty. I love her design. I actually I discovered her through fan art. I didn't even know what a VTuber was. Oh, that's cool. It comes with like little bricks. Neat. Yeah. I'll get more detailed pics, but she even has like tattoos on her legs. That's really well done. My friend had an A2 figure, and it kind of like steered me away from buying them because they all kind of look the same online too. The A2 figures looked very cheap. Unless you pay, you get the fancy like $400 one, which I'm not getting that. $400 is too much. This was actually pretty pricey. But in the realm of Hololive figures, it was pretty cheap because, she's not Fubuki or something. Those girls tend to, they're known through memes and stuff, so I'm not sure how this is supposed to go, but we can. But I found her, I was just scrolling Pixiv, and I would constantly see her art, like fan art of her. And I was like, wow. She's really pretty. I love this. I love simple designs. Oh, I see. There's 2 holes for that one. Let's see. And I found the fan art because she had just debuted. I had no idea. Again, I didn't know what a VTuber was. And then eventually I looked at the tags. I'm like, what's Hololive? Is that like a Vocaloid thing or something? I clicked on that and there's like a fuck ton more designs and fan arts. I'm like, what? So I looked it up. I put in her name and Hololive and I found her channel on YouTube. And I was like, what the hell am I watching? I'm watching an anime girl live. What the fuck? I just kept watching and it turned into watching her every time, and then I'd see her collab with friends and I'd learn them and watch them a little bit, and it's like, shit. That's pretty cool. Everyone in the community was really nice too. So. That's what I did. Got home from work and I watched Botan, or a year later, I think, July, Sana debuted. And I was like, holy shit, there's English girls now. Oh. And I just throwing the plastic. I didn't know. I didn't watch Twitch, so I didn't even know they existed on Twitch. But I was in the rabbit hole, as they say in the Hololive community. Oh wow, look at the inner design. Yeah, hi Libby. I might trip on the box. Yeah. I'll have to get you a better picture. It's not circles. Oh, hush, Drew. That's why I got addicted to anime girl streamers. Yes. But at the time, it was just right because I was just depressed and not doing anything but working and watching YouTube anyway. Scrolling art. I think that's how it's supposed to go. Very cool. She's so awesome. It's really good. I'll have to get pictures for you guys. Thank you to the Motsu who chipped in and got me this. It's gonna go on my desk with the others. Alright, I gotta... I'll let you guys look at her. I'm getting sentimental. Yeah, that's one thing about her design that really piqued my interest is it's my colors I like. I like gray, black, white, very plain stuff, but to see it in even like in the anime world where there's just a lot of color. Every character has pink, loud blue hair, you know, bright complex designs, and it's really, her design really piqued my interest. And what's cool is like you have a little say when you're, you know, when you're starting there, you have a little say in design and theme and just put her here. You do have a little bit of say in your character, your VTuber, whatever you want to call it. So it kind of reflects them a little bit. So the pale pink, that is a touch of me. So her main colors are black and white, and her tertiary color is like a neon green. And I chose mine as like a lightish pastel pink. It's more of like a light coral. Whenever I do stripes on my outfits and stuff, I do 2 stripes instead of 4. Half the lion she is. That's what I joked to myself when I did the design. But I also, with my design, I didn't want to look exactly like an earth lion like she does. She has the lion ears exactly. She has the exact lion tail. Yeah, hi Snow. So yeah, that was my entire design and theme and everything was thought out well before I debuted. My lore, I was thinking about different ideas and stuff, and then I landed on, I was like, well, what if I just dedicated it to my Oshis, Botan and Sana. Botan is sorry. Botan is the reason I'm here. So, she's pretty important to me. Not as like on a pedestal or just more of someone that's influential, I guess. She's not perfect. She's not, you know. It was inspiration is a good word. On like a parasocial level, kind of like having a long distance friend, sort of in a way. That kind of motivates you. Because she didn't start with experience either. Like nowadays, you can't get into Hololive without experience. She joined in a time when their main focus was finding good people. Non-toxic, good people, you know, decent people. They still had their issues, but they were willing to learn, and she learned how to sing and dance on the go. So that motivated me to do the same. I noticed the other day too on one of her streams, her English is getting better too, so pretty proud of her. Someone said something in chat and she read the English and I was like, oh my god, her Botanglish is improving. So yeah, she's a big deal for me. Sana too. I found Sana later. I don't have any Sana merch, but she was also very small in regards to Hololive. She was probably the smallest. You'll laugh when you hear the numbers, but small for Hololive. She was like 160,000 subscribers, about 1,000 or so live, sometimes a few hundred. That's small for Hololive. Botan has pulled as many as 80,000 live, and she was the first of her generation to hit 1 million subscribers and stuff. So in comparison. And then, you know, Botan's like medium sized. Upper medium, I would say, for Hololive. Because the peak would be Gura, who just skyrocketed to 4 million very quickly. Yeah. I don't know what made me think I could do this. But I always watched them and I was like, man, that looks like so much fun. And seeing a community in community spaces being good to each other and stuff like that, I thought that was great. I wanted to expand on that. I don't think I'm gonna get in Hololive, but I could at least like increase the bandwidth of that vibe, I guess. Because there's still people, you know, even at Hololive size, there's still people that don't know Hololive, so. Yeah. It's a multi... Oh fuck, I don't even remember anymore. They just bought like a several $million studio for their 3D stuff. I could Google it though. As of last year, their net worth was 100 million. They are the biggest VTuber company. They're primarily a talent agency of VTubers, not the other way around, where it's VTubers and then they do stuff. Their main focus is, you know, the arts, singing, dancing, drawing, performing, music, secondarily playing games. A few of them do mostly play games. They're also required to be multilingual as well, so that's a great place to start, I think, if you have those things. Yeah, that kind of explains it. Yeah, I don't really have anything else for the for the hand cam. That was pretty simple, but carried a lot of meaning. So I could show you guys other stuff. Like there's my Valkyrie figure. I played a Rainbow Six Siege for a very short time. That was my character. I have a little standee of Botan's holiday outfit. There we go. Main outfit. This is her main outfit. I love it. I saw this design and I was like, yep. So if you look, you can kind of see the green tags on her jacket. And the sleeve there, it's really hard to see on camera, but... And that's kind of what I was going for with my, the similar style with the Lion outfit. If you guys don't want it, I can show you it, remind you. It's a tribute to her. Ah. Notice the 2 stripes. Yeah. Very similar. I don't know why my hands were like that. Why are my hands like that? Ooh. What did I do? Is it this one? Ah, there it is. So I'll show you. God damn it. I think it's a tacit. Yeah, get rid of that. Now you can kind of see the similarity. The tacits were added later. I had a big jacket at first and decided to change that. Hi. Yes. Revealed what? The figures? Or her design also, that part of the design also appealed to me when I found a lot of them were very yeah. The adult design appeals to me more than a cutesy little girl. It's just my preference. So yeah, it was funny too because when she debuted and they previewed designs. Hi. Hi, Elliot. I forget my hand tracking's off. I'm like, where's my hands? Welcome. It's not the sex appeal for me. I just like looking at a body, I'm not like, it does nothing for me. A supermodel could be naked in front of me. I'm like, yep, that's a body. Should probably put some clothes on. I don't have like a bodily physical attraction, I guess. That doesn't hit me. I see the design and the character. It's kind of connected to their person too. I'm good. How are you? Got this really cool birthday present. Just design-wise, an adult design appeals more to me. I don't know why. I can't. It's just what I like to look at. I don't like to look at. Too many, like, I guess it depends on the character, because there are some, like, you know, younger characters that are, or like shorter, younger, or whatever they are, that do appeal, but she's one of the few that is, there's more of them now, like Narissa, that are just like, they're just oh my god. Well, $50 is $50, right? I just find that design more appealing. I don't know. Like Sadie said, it's not very common, especially in like the VTuber space. It needs to be, you know, cutesy and gremlin-y and stuff for the majority. And then you have, you know, like the mommy design too. So I feel like Botan lands in between, which is where I think I land too. Yeah. That's really cool. You are welcome. What's ERB? Mori, I know. There came a point. Here, let me shut this. Well, that's the wrong one. There came a point where I realized I can't keep up with them anymore. And it was around the time Narissa was debuting, and I'm like, alright, I have enough subscriptions I can barely watch. I could barely watch Ina, and I like to watch her draw. So I kind of stopped keeping up with who comes out. That's no I mean no disrespect to them, because all the new girls are experienced performers. They were in a band, they sang, they danced, they voice acted, or all kinds of stuff. So they're all already established in their field. I'm just setting stuff back up. It's just that I can't. There comes a point when you can't watch them all. I used to even use holodecks to watch like 4 at a time. Especially like when Gen 5, Botan's generation, was doing a collab. I would have like all 4 of them up at the same time. That was really fun for the drunk stream. Their drinking stream. That was a treat. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I saw Narissa's design. I'm like, damn, that's really cool. And before I knew it, she was already out and stuff. I didn't even get to see her debut and all that stuff. I was like, man, I don't have any time to watch everyone. So that's about the point I do. Kinda. Holodecks. So if you go to holodecks, like Pokédex, holodecks is let me see if I can find the website for you. Holodecks.net. It is any big VTuber. Big being, you know, I think it's like, I want to say the threshold is like, Holodecks considers big enough. It's like 20 to 50,000, somewhere in there, I think. With a certain amount of viewership, but it's majority Hololive. You don't have to subscribe to anyone. You go on Holodecks, and it shows you who's live. So, and it even shows me, it says Gigi's live, Bijo's live, Crimson Ruse is live. Starting in 50 minutes, Ina, Mori, Haka, I don't even, God, Mashina, Flayon, in 3 hours, Ollie, Rexford, 3 hours, Bay in 4 hours. Yeah. Ollie, yes. If you, she's also gay as fuck. And she's also, her Twitter posts are fucking hilarious too. You'll find her always posting in caps. When I have the energy, I'll watch Ollie, but I can't always watch streams like that. It tires my ass out. Yeah. I'll post Ollie in the Discord for you. Let's see. If you want comfy and art, and just comfy, I would say Ina. There you go. I'll just put Ollie's channel here. Now, something to know about Hololive. If you're on the Twitch side, not all of them use their Twitch channels. So They're mostly on YouTube. But I think they're entertaining as well. Very cool. So that's something I noticed too, is more of them are collabing with smaller VTubers. To my knowledge, there's still a threshold. You have to be in good standing. You have to have at least 75,000 followers or subscribers. And then you can apply for a collab. But I have seen the girls, a lot of girls, even Indonesian girls, collabing with a lot smaller VTubers. So yeah, my favorite ID girl, I think Snow talked about it, but my favorite is Renee. I find her similar in a lot of ways. she gets so bent about games, just like I do. Let's see. What else can we do? Yeah, they are themselves open to collabing with people. The company has to be careful. You have to consider the other person's community coming in and, you know, being dickheads and things like that. There's a lot of stuff for them to consider. So they kind of, like, when you apply, they go check you out, make sure you're chill. Like, you could be a gremlin and edgy and stuff, but you can't be an asshole, you know. Yeah, if I get to that size, I would definitely apply to collab with Botan. My biggest fear is even if I do reach that size, will she still be around? That's like the biggest fear for me.
Armor please.
I have
please.
no.
Ammo kudasai.
Hell yeah.
Ammo kudasai.
You should be. Brand image is important. You know, can't be racist and shit like that too. So all the normal stuff. They're not. Hololive is a lot less wholesome than they used to be. Especially with the people they have in there now. There's a few girls that always push their limits, so that is a thing now. Marine, and a few others. The biggest one that changed Hololive is a girl that's not around anymore. Coco. Kiryu Coco. She was a dragon. She not only pushed her luck, but she was fluent in English, and she convinced the company to branch out for English. Yeah, Kaicho. I know. Word is she's still around helping. But she did a lot for Hololive and helped really surge VTubers out west. I mean, look at Gura. Like, she turned into the biggest VTuber very quickly. I would run into people there. I used to have a customer service shop, and it dealt with families a lot. It was like in between my post office and work like that, and there were mothers who referenced the shark girl on YouTube. I think that's pretty big when you hit that point where it's more than just a cringy anime girl. It's now that cute shark girl on YouTube. And I didn't watch a lot of Gura, but I did watch her to understand why she was so popular. And after watching a couple streams, I saw it. She's just good all around, a great entertainer. Yeah, she almost reached celebrity status. She was on her way. Thing is, I don't know, it's obvious now, but considering her health and personality, I don't think she wanted that much. And I think many of them might be like considering their effect on the other girls too. If you think about it, imagine you're in her generation, you know, you're working just as hard, but you're doing, you know, kind of the same stuff. You're a different personality and stuff, but you're working just as hard, and and you're just kind of standing still. So there's that too. Maybe she felt like she was hurting them as well from growing too quickly. There's that too, I think. That's just a me take. As well, they might not have shown it. Yeah, and fans can be cruel. I've seen that real time. I was watching a Nene just chatting. And it was right after a debut for like an English gen or something. And someone literally super chatted saying something along the lines of, "You're not my favorite anymore. Bye-bye." I was like, bro. Saying they were gonna go watch whatever her name was. I was like, why do you have to say that? Yeah, and I saw it posted in the Hall F community and stuff too. I was like, Jesus Christ. Can you imagine how she felt? And she, like, on stream, of course, she's not gonna show it, but there was that, you know, similar thing happened to Miko. And I don't see Miko as someone who cries, but she actually cried on stream. I was like, shit. Yeah, like, that's the thing too about being big. Sounds great, but you also turn into a lightning rod. So you definitely have to a lightning rod for bad shit. You have to consider those things and kind of toughen up, I guess. It's still gonna hurt, I think, for someone that cares about what they do. It's gonna hurt no matter what, but you could work through it hurting less. Yeah. There's a beautiful side to that where most of the time that doesn't stick out. I've even been in a Botan stream when people come in speaking English. It's primarily Japanese. There are English speaking fans, yes, like me, but people come in and the chat's flying and she's talking to people, and you see, like, sometimes I'll see the English and I'll scroll back up on chat and it's something just plain rude, but it's at a point where there's just so much good shit in chat, and there's this little speck of dark and just more good shit. So it's like they try to troll and they're just drowned out, which is also pretty cool to see. Yeah. It's a lot of projection. Yeah, they are public now. Cover / Hololive. For anyone that doesn't know, Cover is Hololive, technically. It is a talent agency. Kind of always has been. They just pushed it more recently since they went public. From what I hear, a good chunk of the investors are fans. So, it's been pretty good. I think some girls left when their contract ended because they worried about that. I'm sure some left because they were pushing, you know, singing, dancing, and you had to know Japanese. And the Japanese girls have to learn English so they can collab together. They can work together on things. There's not like that barrier like there used to be, you know, or Japanese, English. ID doesn't have that problem because all the ID girls speak like 4 languages. They speak fluent English, Japanese, some speak Chinese, some speak 7 versions of Bahasa. Like, they're crazy. The Indonesian girls do not get enough attention, in my opinion. Yeah, it was just overflowing love and support and stuff, and that guy got drowned out, and I was just like, this is awesome. Like, the mods didn't have to touch him because he was just irrelevant. That's another thing too. And then it's not like they're like super adamant about removing bad things. It's more, there's so much good that generally bad people don't hang around. They kind of lurk in the shadows, you know what I mean? So, Kobo, yes. Kobo, I didn't know she played guitar until Sana was graduating. She made me cry. She made everyone cry, honestly. She was doing her collab. Sana was collabing with girls before her graduation. She was leaving. And they were playing Power Wash Simulator, just talking and stuff, and they were wrapping up, and Kobo whipped out her guitar and wrote her a song right on the spot. I was like, oh my god. And then she started singing it, and it's so funny, because Kobo's got halfway through, and she started crying, and to fight the crying, she screamed. She's like, ah! And everyone in chat was like, same. And then she tried it again and nailed it. And it's one of my favorite songs to come out of it. It was just this little song about Sana. Still one of my favorite Hololive songs. It's pretty short. I can find it and leave it in the Discord for you guys. Oh, here it is. It still has my watch progress on it. I'll put it in the Hololive, or the shit, that's not. There you go. I still remember most of the song. Sana, banana, see you again, Sana. But yeah. I also kind of looked at things while watching them. Kind of realized what kind of VTuber I would be. Probably more like Sana and Ina. Nice, nice. Just warns them in Japanese. That's awesome. Give me a sec. Let me take this camera down. Oh god. Fix my head. So, oh yeah. That's exactly like, that's one reason I can't decide where I want my bangs to go. That's another reason there's like distrust of the West. It's because of people like that. I think trolls look different over there compared to here. Here they're more like outward. Over there I think there's not that many, and if they are, they're like very secretive and, you know, do shady shit. Here they're more vocal and loud. Hi, Yusha. Give me a sec. We'll do something while I yap. I'll open up my project. We'll do something here. I do want to just give me a sec. There it is. I do want to kind of shout out Emotsu that kind of surprised me. We had trolls join my Discord one time. And this particular Emotsu, I have never seen this before in a VTuber setting. But this Emotsu had trolled the troller. It was really interesting to watch. According to Google, there's 80 active. Yes. Yeah, there's a lot, and we're not even counting the guys, which is Hollow Stars. So there's like 30 of them. Kind of. A little bit Hypnos. But I thought that was... as someone who avoids conflict, if I can, like, if I have to do something, I will, but like, it was pretty fun to watch, not gonna lie. I'm pretty proud of how everyone handled it too. So, while we're on the topic of trolls and stuff, I just wanted to say, you know, outside of text, that I was very proud of you guys for the way you handled it, and grateful that like I didn't feel like I was alone. So I appreciate that. I'm not looking to be that popular. I want to be, my goal when I set out, I want to be like, so this comes from being active in a VTuber and VTuber communities and stuff for a while. People would be like, oh, I'm kind of sad my Oshi graduated. I don't know anyone like her. And people would immediately suggest someone just like them. And if I could be to the point where someone would mention my name, like I'm known in this space, I would be happy. Just to be even recommended, like, oh, you know, my Oshi was like this, and I don't see many like this or whatever, and someone mentions my name, like that would be really cool. I think that would be a good place to be, kind of known. Something like I guess medium level, you know. Uh, which oh, I don't know. Here we go. A surprise. This is what I've been toying with. So whoever's watching today gets to see a little project I'm trying to get to look decent. This is a witch, like a tactical tech witch, which I feel fits me more than the typical frilly type of witch. So it has this huge thing that's called the furnace. It's a fire staff. And it's more of like mechanical. I also got Oakley gloves. To kind of work with everything else the outfit had. Like that. Hi, Derek. So I combined the techiness of me with a witch look. So we have this amalgamation. I just got the hat. The hat that came with it wasn't great. So I had to find my own hat. I found one that's good. That's good quality. I'm just trying to get it to match the same material as the arms. So I'll show you what I did to the underside of the hat. I created a mask, so it's just under the hat. Check this out. I'm still kind of working on it, but... I want to make a gradient effect around the edges, so I have to draw up a different mask for that, but yeah, I wanted the stars to be in it, so I did that. I might get a different texture, but we'll see. Right now, I'm just calling it Space Witch. I also grabbed boots from another creator. So just like combat boots, but I like knee-high boots. So I went with those. It's pretty cool. Has these little grenades. I might have to redo this outfit for VR chat. Because there's a lot of functions that are like broken, script-wise, so I'll have to figure that out. But Professor Dr. Nurse Witch is already that. It's already there. That's okay. And there's another one. I really like this. This looks so good. There's another Halloween outfit. I kind of teased it last time, I think. Or maybe in Discord. I'm calling it Professor Dr. Nurse Witch Succubus. I did on Twitch, okay. I love that burn effect. Yeah, I like how that title just gets longer. I haven't even tested this out, so thank you, thank you. But just gotta match the hat to the. Let me check up to see if this has another matte cap or something. It's just for that, I think. Yeah. Getting materials to match from different items is always a bitch. I feel like it has to be brighter. The gray. Yeah. Yes. Kairos gets it. I also have to make highlights for this hair. I just got this hair. It's not too unlike my typical hairstyle, but I wanted something a little different. I was feeling good yesterday, so I did some singing and now my throat's fucked again. I wasn't fully healed. So I matched the mask to the suit. So it's a similar suit to what I had on the Mecha Saint. I took the textures out. So it's more of a latex material, if I'm being honest. I like latex, looks cool. Doesn't quite have the same shine, does it? Is that the reflections, maybe? No? That one. But I did that. Huh. Earl of Snowshire, Duke of Snowshire. Yeah. Having fun's important. Why? Is this just darker or something? Let's grab this. Okay, that's a little bit better. There we go. Right? It's got a whole bunch of themes to it, I guess. This is 2048. Right here. Oh. Let's see. That is better. Okay. Oh, I don't know if you guys have seen my this mask apparently has a script where you can pull it down, by the way. But I don't think you guys have seen my goth makeup, have you? Not recently. I went full goth. Glossy lipstick. And a close-up too if you guys don't get to see the details on my makeup and stuff I've done. I worked really hard on the makeup and the tears are someone else's work. And the eyeshadow. The makeup I have on this one is mine. Yep, they have little twinkling stars in my face marks, you can see them. In my makeup, you can see them. Even around the eyes. And my eyes have stars in them. And it's supposed to look, my eyes are supposed to look sort of like, bird. Like a, almost like a nebula cloud, you know what I mean? So that's the effect I was going for. And then there's my half fake eye. You guys don't get to see that either. Unless I zoom in. Whoa. I also have particles coming out of the side of my eye. Little stars on my hair clips too. You look at the lighting up part. Yeah.
Patch, patch, patch,
Ah!
patch, patch.
I might like space. What lights up? Here, actually, you know what I can show you if you want to see what's lighting up on me? I can just turn the light off. Ooh. But now you can see what's lighting up. I made my hair clips do like a strobe sort of thing. The light kind of rotates. And my eyes also glow. Now you can see the spacesuit stuff. I have the coral color. For anyone who doesn't know, Aegis is my ship AI. That's why you see the name so often. I don't know how well this is gonna show over top of all my windows. Let's do this instead. That might show better. It gets messy when I'm showing my desktop. I got my name on the suit. And my logo. I did have my original design. I had trail breakers right here, but it was like, it kept coming in like stretched out, so I got rid of it. I'm still thinking on putting it back on. There's a little touch I did recently. Trailbreakers is a that's just a suit designation. It doesn't have anything to do with me. But yeah, we can one of these days we'll sit and do a lore talk. I used to do a lot of them. Well, labception. I used to do a lot of lore talks, like pretty often. Also something here I'll show you about this makeup too. There's a star that I did not do as well. Bam. Trailbreakers is the company that I work for in my lore. And yeah, our primary job is what we call mapping, I guess would be the translation. Like actually mapping out, not just with a telescope or you know, probes and stuff, like actually going there with a ship and measuring distances, getting physical data, like landing on the planet if we can, actually experiencing the planet, which is where the name came from. Let me fix this real quick. There we go. Kinda. We work usually in teams of 2 or 3. The name came from the word translates to trails in English, trail. Meow. Blub blub. But they considered the lines of sight we had to other planets and solar systems trails. The reason we're called trailbreakers is because we broke that concept. One of the first companies to go outside of you know, visible, I say like visible planned routes and stuff like that. And then more and more there were more. There's probably more now, but more and more you were seeing more like militaristic companies. We don't have a government-run military. We have it's mostly comparable to like a paramilitary contractor. Except it's not all military-ish, I guess. While my company gives us the equipment, there's not a lot of it. We're not intended to, fight a fight. We can defend ourselves and leave, but the focus is not combat. There was a lot of military companies whenever they sprouted up around the time we had a war with AI. So we lost a lot of history and stuff to that. So now AI is very, very limited. We're very careful about how we use it. Yeah, I do ground research as a scout. So we will send probes and leave satellites and stuff, but we will also prefer first-hand experience on the ground. With recording equipment and stuff like that too, but our primary Sheila or what? My team. So I had a partner that their main function was on the ship. They handled a lot of stuff alongside the AI. I got the rank of captain not long ago, before I left. They went on another assignment, and I was just casually. So this is actual lore connected to being here. I was just casually how do I put it? I didn't have an assignment, so I kind of I requested a hiatus. And I did that when I detected signals from Earth. So I got curious and I followed the source. There's a lot more detail in that.
Sippy!
I should have like my eyes burning. So the reason, I was intrigued by these signals because they were an indication of intelligent life. We had only run into 2 others. They belonged to an extinct species. They were wiped out by their own creations. And we had only on record met 2 of them. That was the only intelligent life contact we've ever had. And right before the war with AI, we had just, established a pretty reliable and safe way to have interstellar travel. But anyway, back to the getting signals from Earth. I kind of started guessing with the help of my AI ages where it originated. I mean, just kind of approached, and when you approach signals, they get more frequent. So it's kind of like speeding up time in a way. Well, yeah, there was things. So, or to give things more weight, since the whole AI thing, we hadn't doing the arts was very uncommon. A few people did for entertainment, but it wasn't. After the war, apparently, this is what I'm told because I was too young. After the war, everything was very much purpose-built and efficient. Everything was centered around efficiency and purpose, and if it was like comfort or entertainment and stuff, it wasn't seen as meaningful. Because we were kind of like in a survival mode, you know what I mean? Like we almost got completely grounded and set back thousands of years by AI. So people were very focused on reestablishing what we were. We even lost our data on like which planet was our home planet. We lost a lot of history and stuff. So that's why you'll hear me say like I'm from the Leo sector, because we don't really know which. We have several planets we use, but we're not planet bound primarily either. So most of us live on stations or ships. But yeah, going, when you're catching broadcasts and stray frequencies and stuff, it starts with very old, I'll be receiving very old transmissions, so to speak. And then as I get closer and closer, I get newer and newer stuff. A lot of information, or even myself and my AI to go through and figure out, what's what. And the seeing all the entertainment and the singing, the dancing, music, stuff like that was like very interesting to Labris. So as she got closer, she found more and more stuff. My species is primarily I use the term they used in Mass Effect. I think they call it, what did they call it? Spaceborne? Artificial gravity, stuff like that. Not used to a planet. But as I got closer, and closer, you pick up newer and newer stuff. So there's reasons. I'm a space lion, but I'll get to that. Where was I? Yeah, so there's a lot of inspirations for my lore. Little inspirations from like Halo and a lot of it's like Halo and Greek themed. Little dabs of Mass Effect and Aliens. Like I have a motion tracker that's very similar to motion tracker in Aliens, just built into my helmet. I don't know what you're talking about, White. So yeah, catching all these things is highly interested in the arts and stuff. A little bit of back.
Nobody touched nothing.
Sarge, okay. A little bit of back lore. Cyrus was kind of like the runt of the litter. She wasn't really good at anything like her siblings or peers. She tried several times to get into other companies and didn't go well. She did, however, qualify for the mapping corps, so I have so much N7. Hell yeah. N7 stuff is so cool. I love the armor and like the weapons in this series. But yeah, that's a little bit of back lore. So she just kind of took a job and did it. Wasn't really what she wanted to be doing, but she also didn't know what she wanted to be doing. But back to more present day, she found the arts very fascinating, and the more she saw, the more she wanted to do those things. Eventually, it came to, this is where I tie in to where my lore is kind of based in reality, where instead of like a fantasy world, I broadcasts of Sana and Bochan and such, and thought they were the greatest thing. And Sana being space themed was very, very interesting. Of course, if I have to clear my throat a lot. Of course, I was sometime after the fact, because I was experiencing, the first streams and stuff, and in real time on Earth, Sana had already graduated, so I wasn't even on Earth yet. I think I told this before on stream during my ASMR thingy. But the short version is posted in Discord. Sorry, this hat is bothering me. Probably like that. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, she was watching I was watching old broadcasts and stuff, and when the graduation stream came, you know, the announcement and everything, I had kind of sped up, hoping to get there sooner. Still wasn't sure how far I was. Just knew I was far away. Obviously I got here late. Then realizing there was no more sauna when I got here, I thought I could fill those shoes. Very bold of me, I know. You can't replace sauna, but I could try to continue the vibe, if you will. I'm glad you like it. I put a lot of love into my design, and everything has a reason. We can go back to why I'm a lion. Why space? Space because Sana. Sana is the speaker of space. She speaks for the universe. It's more of a fantasy, but it is based in reality. She would be more like a deity, I think. Thank you, Sadie's. But her being space themed, I decided on space. We're going back to VTuber design and the purposes and stuff. Secondary reason for being space, I love space. I was a little obsessed with like NASA and stuff when I was younger. The way this ties in, you'll see in a second. I chose a lion because my first Oshi Botan is the lion, as you know. Secondarily, I won't say secondarily, like, it's also the main reason, is for the Leo constellation, which, it's a lion. I'm a Leo, and this is where the love of space and that tie in together. And I figured that's perfect now, because now I have a way to kind of illustrate what people of the Leo constellation might look like. Humanoid, but with lion ears and a tail. Because as far as we know, life evolves to a humanoid type of form, as far as we know. No matter what animal it comes from. Yeah. Sana's favorite constellation? That's a good question. Yeah. What Derek's talking about is Sana's actual size is 14 times bigger than our solar system. Which is actually small for the universe. She uses a limiter. If you ever looked closely at her design, she has a little thing, swirly thing on her head. That's her limiter. It brings her down to, I think it was like roughly 6 feet, something like that. She had to be careful. There's a lot of jokes about it with the other girls. She had to be careful not to remove that while on Earth. She would destroy Earth. I think it was Ina that joked at her destroying another planet or something. But yeah. If you saw me play Chrono Gear, they had a level for Sana, and Sana's out in space in the background, like really far away. Because if she got really close, she could actually mess up the solar system. So she has to be very careful what she does. Yeah, I think last time I looked it up, it was 14 times bigger than... Was it our solar system or sun? But yeah, like if she entered the solar system like haphazardly, she can mess up orbits and stuff. This is my understanding. But yeah, so that's a little bit of about why I'm a space lion. It's directly related to my Oshis and a little bit to myself. As I planned out the concept, I realized how convenient that was. 14 times the sun, yeah. So she's pretty big. The reasons for my name came before VTuber stuff, but I ended up using it. I used the name in Final Fantasy XIV. And it had pretty much the same meaning. Labras has several meanings, Amaryllis has several meanings. So yeah. A lot of love went into all this stuff. That's where the fantasy comes in. While she's based in our reality, she is fantasy based. So it's kind of like magic. That's why. Same reason, mages can cast magic. It's because it's magic. How can she do those things? She just can. It's just her lore. Where I decide to base mine in reality, it doesn't mean that we can't have, those silly fantasy things. Which that has its own appeal too, I think. Because I do have a fantasy OC as well. And while I can just say, yeah, it's magic, I kind of want it to hold more weight. But I don't feel like you have to do that. You don't have to it's kind of like, it's anime. You could have anime base in reality, like Dr. Stone, but there's still very anime things about it, or it's like the explanation is it's anime, purely for entertainment and fun kind of thing. That is to say, I don't think about it too much. I just take it at face value. Yeah, like Saga Tanya the Evil, it's based in a fictional World War I, but it's magic and we're flying around. It's very cool, very interesting, very good. But doesn't need to be explained, kind of thing. Not saying I don't like how you think, Kairos, because breaking stuff down is very fun. Hell yeah. I'll have a boggle. Hell yeah. Oh, you missed the part about the Lord's 80s. I told a little story. I think that looks right. I have to make a mask for this to work. I might be able to gradiate this actually. Okay, bots. Clip. I always call it clip art. Clip paint studio. Yeah. I feel like with lore writing, it's important to have reasons why things happen, and you can't make. I don't believe in making. This is not the mask I need. I don't believe in making a character super powerful just for the sake of being super powerful. I choose actively make my characters very, very imperfect. I find One Punch Man very entertaining, but that's just not how I write. That could work, maybe.
Sippy!
I should have like my eyes burning. Yeah. Has to be like like that's why I like to limit Now's magical ability. I like to limit you know, I might have like really cool tech, but Labra's kind of being based on me. There's, you know, times where like I don't react appropriately. I freeze up, things like that. As it gets tied into, you know, how I got my eye injured on a mission. So my lore too is a little bit of an allegory. So that's another thing. It's okay. I'm happy you guys want to listen. My writing inspiration, how and why I write like I do, comes from a lot of older movie. I guess they're older movies now, like Matrix and other films of that era. Matrix is where I got the idea for the AI war. Hi, Nexu. I only realized it later that I was subconsciously putting these things into my lore. I'd eventually do like a writing stream. I could work on it. My writing isn't great. I'm good at like coming up with settings and ideas, but I was not great at hashing it out, I guess. Whereas my friend at the time was really good at it.
Pizza, 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 pizza.
Thank you. Hot cocoa in hand, smell of baking pizza in the air. Oh, it sounds amazing. Yeah, Matrix was really big for me. Same as like Alien, the Alien series. When I learned the Matrix story is like an allegory, I thought that was really cool. You just do a little more. Not very noticeable. Some more wear and tear type of stuff. Let's see how this goes. Oh, cool. It does kind of look like it's in the hat now. So the cool thing about this is it's an emission, so in VR chat, it will glow. It'll light up. It's lit up. Yeah, writing stream would be nice and cozy. See something real fast. Yeah, that's better. Nice. It's lit, fam. Well, with this, I don't have to hide and seek. There's also another. There's so many I want to do. But I will say I do want to do a Jedi cosplay type of outfit. Be really fun. I'm so bad at secrets and doing like surprise new outfit type of thing. It's like, here, I'm working on this. But the outfit's gonna be Jedi slash something else. I don't want to say, but I did find a lightsaber asset that functions. The setup is a bitch. So, I have to figure it out. That looks pretty good. Let's just do this and see what this does. I mean, I know what it's gonna do, but... Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, we're on the right track. See what that looks like. Yes! Queen Amidala. So, I'm not gonna say nothing. Oh, this looks really good. Oh, I like it. Oh, I like it. Oh, that's good shit. Why not? What? What happened? Looking pretty good. Oh, I was gonna say, I like her combat outfit. The white one. I just felt like that was gonna be... too much info. Alright, White. Well, Tristan. She is. But it's gonna be a Jedi outfit. Good night. Rest well. Give me a Jedi outfit. You'll see. I still have to throw it together and see how I feel about it. This one's kind of done, just I don't understand. The prefab hat. Do I? Oh, no, that's not what I need. That's not what I need. Oh. I need to look at the original prefab and see what the hell's going on. Okay. I kind of guessed that by what you were talking about the other. That's all these script errors. supposed to be like a... I don't know. Hmm. I think it's kind of done. I have to let it sit and see if I'm happy with it before I say it's done. Oh. There it goes. I'll have to test it out in VR chat sometime. I don't know if I have a favorite Jedi. I find Satele fascinating, but she's more combat focused. I've been watching a lot of Star Wars stuff lately. I know I've said it before, but favorite music? It's probably like chill coffee shop music. I don't know. Something like lo-fi, but a little bit lounge. Ah, Botan looks so cool. I've only seen the first 6. I haven't seen the new ones. The videos I've been watching have been about like... What fascinates me is the stuff before all the movies. So like the Old Republic, which is like 3,000 years ago. I find that stuff really fascinating. I said yes, I know because you mentioned Revan. Knights of the Old Republic. I love that game. I find I think the current stuff is interesting. I think the old lore is more fascinating. Hi guys, how you been? I'm told I don't really have to watch them. I've heard the side stuff is good. I've watched some of Mandalorian, and I'm so glad I got to see Luke be Luke. I was like, oh my god, that's so good. If you haven't seen Mandalorian, watch it. Yeah, the Star Wars lore is kind of a mess. I have to watch Andor. But the stuff that fascinates me is the real potential of Jedi. And I feel like in the prequels, we got like a taste of what they can do, but not fully. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we saw Dooku and Yoda and Sidious. I feel like they're more capable than that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Too many hands in the pot. I watched I don't know when I stopped watching Mandalorian. Maybe the 2 seasons? I don't remember. It wasn't long after the part where Luke came and picked up Grogu. Spoiler. But man, I ate that shit up when Luke came in there. That was so awesome. I was like, that's a fucking Jedi, man. Oh my god. He's such a monster. I love it. Favorite faction in Star Wars? Like the main 2 or like the little sub-factions? I guess you'd call them. I felt like the prequel trilogy was on the right path. They were getting the lightsaber battles the way they had to be. The effects were getting better. I don't know how the new ones went, but I really liked seeing Yoda and everyone kind of fight. So what I've heard about the new ones is the choreography and the fighting was kind of butt cheeks. So I haven't really been in a rush to see them. Oh man, I love the game Jedi Academy. We need a new one. I loved making my own Jedi, my own lightsaber. It was great. Hi, Rosie. Oh. Oh, in order. Survivor. I also have. I got it cheap. I have. Oh, maybe I don't. Oh, yeah. Star Wars Outlaws. Got it really cheap one time. Okay. Take care, Bo. I'm not sure what you were saying about Boba Fett. I don't really know much about him. Like beyond the movies. I played that game. What was that game with Star Killer? I played that. Force Unleashed, yeah. Yeah, I loved the fight between Yoda and Dooku. I feel like the fight between Yoda and Sidious would have been longer. But you know, you have to fit it into a movie. Yeah, I've been watching more stuff on Dooku because he fascinated me. I like his lightsaber. I just watched a video on like why his lightsaber is the way it is. The style he uses, all that stuff. Okay, I see Fallen Order and Survivor. Oh, I remember looking at these. Okay. What I've really been wanting is another Jedi Academy where I can make my Jedi. There's so many. Oh my god. There's so many. I'm okay, Rose. How are you? I'm always tired. Nothing new. I actually can't keep up with chat, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get everyone's favorite part of Star Wars being the Force lightsabers. Really? I generally get the vibe from people that they like blasters and shooting and Han Solo stuff, I guess. Unless you like dive into like Jedi and Sith specific stuff, like I have been doing. Let's see what it'll play a little bit in here. It does this thing. I have to figure out the hat physics. They don't move enough. I should have done that before. But I am silly. That's why it's on a hinge. Doesn't move much. Still. Let's see. Yeah, they're all on a hinge. Pull it. Let's do that. I was actually, when I was in my space obsession phase, I was into Star Wars ships. I had a bunch of Which of the little ones? Oh gosh. I had a Y-wing, an A-wing, an X-wing. They were just like the little, not really expensive. Just the little dudes. My friend had the Millennium Falcon that opens up. I just had the little guys. They had like the little pilots that can go in there, and you could take R2 out of the Y-wing and the X-wing. There was a time I was like really like I was like the A-wing's best. Type of, push your glasses up type of thing. That's the best cuz. At the time I was playing the games where you can fly the ships. It was Jedi Starfighter or something they call it. Or Rogue Squadron. Maybe. But that's what got me into the ships and stuff. Yeah, I had the TIE Fighter and the TIE Bomber as well. Oh wow, the mini board game. Hi, Banana Man. I don't think I've seen that. Rose carrying the torch. Okay. Let's see. We'll try 3.
Sippy!
Ah, that's so cool. I should have like my eyes burning. Yeah, there we go. That's a hat. Let's try just let's try that. Just want to see how the hat moves. Sippy. Oh, wow. I would try to draw, I couldn't draw for shit. Doesn't collide very well. Okay. What did I change? That's fine. Ah, no. Upload it. No. Same. My cars were like a box. Like a rounded box. Dumb. She's so cool. I'll put this down for now. I don't really feel like working on anything else. Yes. I'll probably yeah, that's my room. The room oh, I forgot I had that on there. So good. Yeah. Rid of that. That's an old thing I left on there. The room is not my work. It's credited. But it is super cute. And I found the VR chat world just like it. Yeah. Gonna have a 3D version as well. Yeah, my little galaxy mic. Yeah, I had a lot of fun today. Yeah, sometimes I don't stream Tuesdays. Oh, it's okay. It's just replica. It can't hurt you. I hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing and me admiring her design. A lore talk. Talked about a lot of stuff, why I'm a VTuber and all that, so. Yeah. I'm glad you guys like my desk. It's dusty, but other than that, I keep it clean. I'm grabbing the schedule real fast. In case you haven't seen it posted everywhere. Oh. Yeah, I live on my setup, so it's dusty. I have to get more Swiffer things so I can clean it up. But yeah. This week should be pretty fun. We got Roadcraft, that's a good comfy building type of thing, so that's totally my vibe. Then the other half of me, which is my years of playing shooters, Doom. So we're gonna play the DLC to Doom. That might be something that takes more than one stream. See. Forza Friday, so that's back, and yeah, we're gonna rip and tear. I'll have my green color on with my helmet on. I'll try to get that done before Thursday. I remember I have to fix the visor. I like the visor off sometimes, so I have to fix that up. Forza Fridays, yeah, we can drive around. I'm gonna work on drifting again, and then a little bit of progression, open up some more races and stuff. Saturday is Saturday. It's always community night. Long as you guys keep showing up. We'll watch a movie, and I'm considering maybe not streaming Saturday. We'll see. I have in a streaming mode tonight a lot, but I don't always. I left Halo for Sunday, and instead of playing it like right away, because it's my day off and I want time to sit and enjoy it, instead of a 4-hour window where I have to stop and leave. So I wanna have the time to sit down and enjoy it. Halo is a big part of the gamer inside me. So, like I said earlier, it inspires some of my lore, so. Yarp. That's the week. Should be good. Right there. It was one of my first shooters. My first FPS was Red Faction, which I like. It was a space game based on Mars. Shortly after, I found Halo. I think the Xbox was coming out at that point. Yes! Someone that knows Red Faction. Oh my god. I might stream that someday. I have to figure out a mod that upscales it properly without breaking it. Because it's an old ass game. But it was groundbreaking for the time. You had vehicles, you had what they call the Geo mod, which calculated how destruction should happen on building and literally everything. So you could just tunnel into rock. You just tunnel. And the console version was limited. When I played it on PC, I realized I could just tunnel and tunnel and tunnel. Eventually the console version would be like, hey, no. It would just stop letting you. Yeah, it had that. They toned it down for Red Faction 2 because they were doing more other technical things with the engine. So they had to limit the geomod, from my understanding. And it was also limited for Gorilla, which was... I played a little bit of Armageddon. But what I thought was really cool, and I still don't know if it helped at all to this day, but I remember after playing 2 and hearing nothing for a while about another Red Faction, I loved it so much I emailed THQ. I was like, I left them like 3 paragraphs of why I love the game and they should make a 3rd one. And then like a year later, they're like, Red Faction Gorilla. I was like, there's no way. Yeah, this was 2000, right before Halo. 99, 2000. I've played PlanetSide. I don't think I've played the second one. It was one of my first PC games way back. I like to think that it helped them decide, because maybe they were like, people like Halo, who really cares about Red Faction? But maybe there was more people too that also explained their love for it, so. Yeah, I remember like shooting across this massive terrain of PlanetSide. Interesting. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. I'm gonna eat and maybe play a game if you guys are around. I assume Zadie's gonna join me for Roadcraft. Maybe Sui if he shows up. That would be, honestly, that would be something I would do. That was back in the point where I wanted to be a environmental design artist for 3D. That's what I wanted to do. And that was during my high school years when I was slowly failing and I had trouble keeping up, and I realized I'm not going to get into college. So I took prereqs and got a taste of college, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to make it. So that never happened. But it was nice to think about. You can drop it in links if you want. Might have some people interested in it. I still have a lot I'm planning on doing gaming wise. I'm also trying to get in more talking 3D art, singing, and when I have the ability and I'm not exhausted, Beat Saber and dancing streams and stuff. Get back into that. There's a bunch of games I just got, like I got the DLC for Doom, got the Halo thing. I'm gonna try Primal Carnage, SnowRunner, so I have Star Wars Outlaws. I want to play Super Hot one more time. Maybe Pistol Whip. Pizza Bandit, I want to play. High on Life 2, I want to play. Float Sim. Gamble with Friends never happened. Earth Defense Force 6. Car Detail Simulator. There's just so many. But I also have to squeeze in my wannabe idol stuff too. So yeah, there's just not enough time. I really miss my year off of work that I had. I'll tell you. I really miss it. I got a taste of what it's like to just stream. And I miss it. It was about 11 months of just wake up, work on something, stream for like 6 to 8 hours, work on something else, practice dancing or singing, go to bed, wake up and do it again, and I was loving it. I was working on streaming. That was it. It was pretty nice. Hi Radish. How are you, Dai? Yeah, and it was a dream because I had more time to work on stuff. Not because it was an easier life than working. I was still hard on myself. I think I've explained the work I've put into concerts and stuff, events. Like just to learn to dance before my last year's birthday, I did the Ibichan dance from Vice Suisse. And I had the time to do it. So it was 3 weeks, the last 3 weeks before my birthday. I would dance for roughly 3 hours, stream for, what was I streaming, like 4 to 6 hours. After stream, I would dance for 3 more hours, and repeat. That's the only reason I learned the dance. Went over that shit over and over again.
I should have like my
And I
eyes
loved
burning.
it. And that's the difference, is I loved it. And yeah, work affords me things, but at the same time it's crushing me because it feels like it's taking time away from what I want to do. Anyway, I'll stop there because I'll keep going. I'm gonna eat and hang out with you guys for a little bit before work. I appreciate you guys coming and supporting me and believing in me, being friends, you know. I am grateful. I could go on and on, but I have to end stream. You guys have a good rest of your night. Good luck on the rest of the week. Otsmosu. Good night.